The Dream Defenders are one day and one step closer to getting what they've been working for. Now, they've been at the Florida legislature for the past 28 days, going into their 29th day. And what they've asked for is for the legislature to come back so that they can debate Florida's Stand Your Ground law. The Dream Defenders believe that it is not a law that should be in Florida. They've been camped out there again for 28 days. The governor, they've asked Governor Rick Scott, they're camping out in his office. They've asked him to bring the legislature in so that they can meet and talk about the possibility of repealing that law. Unfortunately, in their words, the governor wasn't amenable to that after calling a Stand Your Ground task force. Well, just this week we learned that 32 members of the Florida legislature have gotten together and they have used an obscure law that allowed them to call back members of the legislature for a special session without the permission of the governor. Now, those 32 members have gone through that process. It's now with the Secretary of State, and what's happening is that the Secretary of State is now polling members of the Florida legislature, both the House and the Senate sides. Once they have a 3/5 agreement by all of the members of the House and Senate, if they do that, then they're able to call back a special session of the legislature without the governor. Now, the Dream Defenders have played host to the president of the Florida SCLC, Reverend Jesse Jackson, Talib Kweli, and as well as entertainer Harry Belafonte. Again, they're saying that even with all of these people coming through, they feel like they are one step closer to getting their needs met. Now, we've been talking to the Dream Defenders all day today, and they have said that this has has empowered them. They've done more, and they say they feel like it's a great opportunity for them to move into the next stage of being. Now, standing by on Skype is one of the Dream Defenders, Stephen Pargat. Stephen, are you with us? Do we have a phoner? Stephen, are you there?
No, this is Sierra Taylor from the Dream Defenders.
We have Sierra. Sierra, you with us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Sierra Taylor is joining us from the Dream Defenders live at the Florida Capitol. And Sierra, thanks so much for calling. Once you heard from the governors, or rather heard from the Secretary of State that those 32 members had agreed to be polled, and now they're polling the members of the Secretary of State, how does that make you feel as a Dream Defender?
I think it just makes me feel, it makes us feel powerful as a Dream Defender. You know, we've been here at the Capitol since July 16th, doing something that everyone says, you know, would be impossible. And yesterday, I think we proved that it's not impossible. You know, when a strong and powerful collective body comes together for one purpose.
Now, I know that there have been many members of the legislature that have been helping. Representative Reggie Fullwood, I spoke to him earlier today, Representative Alan Williams, Oscar Brandon, members of the Senate, people from all over that have been helping. What do you think is going to be what's going to happen as far as polling the legislators? I know that right now it's going to take a 3/5 vote from them to bring the legislature back. What are you hearing from your talking to the legislators?
Well, what I'm hearing is we have a lot of support, obviously, from the Democratic Party. I haven't heard back so much from the Republican Party, but I'm hoping that, you know, in discussion with each legislator on an individual basis, we will be able to, you know, talk with them about this issue and about the fact that, you know, we're not necessarily asking them to repeal Stand Your Ground, but what we are asking of them is to have the debate, you know, allow for public discourse on the issue. And so I think through that, we will be able to reach people, you know, who traditionally would be against having a special session called.
Now, we've also been told, and there are some major sacrifices that are going on down there. And while I have you, I want to ask this question. There are people, and I'm not sure whether it was you or one of your colleagues, but someone lost their job while they were working there. The personal sacrifice that's going on, does this make the Dream Defenders feel as though those personal sacrifices, losing money and not being able to work or not going places, is that empowering you guys, and how are they taking that? Sierra, are you still with me?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, I'm still here. Honestly, you know, I was one of the people who, well, I lost my job last week with the American Civil Liberties Union, but I think that we have a friend in the struggle. His name is John Dew. He's an attorney. He actually was the attorney for SNCC during the civil rights movement here in Tallahassee. And he always said to us, freedom isn't free. And I think that this experience has taught us that more than ever. But I think we all understand that we can't afford not to be here. There's a crisis situation in Florida that needs to be addressed, and we're here making sure that happens.
Sierra, we'll be good luck on the job search, but good luck in what you guys are doing. We'll be keeping in contact with you again, live from the Florida Capitol. That's Sierra Taylor. She is the political director for the Dream Defenders.